Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos. So happy to have you here. If you're new, real quick, I'm Keto Phoenix, and basically I just talk about keto stuff, keto recipes, things like that, but it's also about weight loss, it's about health. I am a runner, so I eventually want to get up to marathon and ultra marathon level running, all while being on keto. I want to show people that it's very possible to do that. So if that's something that you're interested in seeing, a journey you're interested in seeing, I urge you to stick around. I'll have some great videos on both aspects of my life, just the keto and helping people understand keto, great recipes to help people enjoy the things that they love but stay on track, and keto while running. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. As you can tell from the title of the video, we are gonna make some Keto Big Mac wraps. My husband and I, we have Pandora Plus. We like to watch like the tracker, and we've been watching SEAL Team on there. There's a lot of commercials. And lately there has been a lot of McDonald's commercials with these nice, big, juicy Big Macs, and I've been craving one so bad. But again, not keto. I don't want to spoil my diet over a McDonald's Big Mac. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try to replicate it in my own way, just without a bun. And I found this recipe and it looked so delicious. So first off, we're gonna make some mac sauce. Some people are very controversial that when it comes to keto, you have to use real mayonnaise and nothing but real mayonnaise. I like to use Miracle Whip. It's the light version, so think of it like a diet soda, okay? It has, for 1 tablespoon, it has 20 calories, 1.5 grams of fat. It has 130 milligrams of sodium, 2 carbs, 0 fiber, 1 sugar, alcohol, which makes your total net carb 1 gram, and protein is 0. So this is only 1 net gram for 1 tablespoon. And so for the serving, for what I'm gonna make here, I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons because I plan on making 2 of these wraps. So 2 should be a perfect amount. Now to this, I'm going to add I'd say about 1/2 tablespoon of dill relish. So that's 1/2 tablespoon of dill relish. And then I'm just gonna mix it in there really well. Make sure, because I kind of eyeball it. So as you're making it, you can just look in there and you might decide, oh, I want more dill relish in there. So, and again, I just did the Great Value, which has 0 carbs, 0 fiber, and 0 sugar. So there's no sugar added. I guess apparently in some dill relishes, they do add a bit of sugar. So just read your labels and check the back of the ingredients. Now I'm gonna add just a touch, I would say probably 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar. If you don't have white wine vinegar, distilled vinegar should be just fine. This is brand new, so I have to open it. So 1 teaspoon of white wine vinegar. And then next we have yellow mustard. You can use whatever mustard of choice you'd want. I'm using the Great Value. And I would say this would probably be 2 teaspoons. Again, I'm just eyeballing this, but I'm trying to give an estimate of about how much I'm using for you guys. So there you go. Now it's starting to look like something. So to this, you're gonna wanna add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika, 1/4 of a teaspoon of onion powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of garlic salt. And then just mix that all up to where the seasonings are all nice and incorporated into the entire thing. And if you feel like you've made a little too much fry sauce than what you're gonna use in your recipe, then that's fine. Like I did this in a little Tupperware container. I have lids for this. So whatever I don't use, I can just slap on a lid on, and I've got myself some dipping sauce for some other something later. Now it's not gonna quite have the pink look to it because I didn't use ketchup. However, if you wanted to use ketchup, Heinz ketchup does have a no sugar option that you can add a little bit in, and that's probably what I would do, but I didn't have any on me. Okay, so then once that's done, we're gonna set that off to the side. I've got my cutting board here, my pizza cutter. I've got 2 shells, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roughly guess where the middle of the shell is, and I'm gonna take my pizza cutter and I'm gonna cut to the center of the wrap, just like that, okay? And only do 1 cut, okay? So I'm gonna do that for both of my shells here. So roughly find the center, and then cut to the center, just like that. Okay, trying to give you guys a little closer of an angle here, but still have 2 hands available. We're gonna start with some cheddar slices. I did the mild cheddar right here. So we're gonna grab 1 piece of that, and we're gonna set that on the wrap. My husband had grilled some burgers over the weekend. There is my hamburger patty right on top of the cheese. Next, we're gonna take our sauce. You're gonna go on the other side where your little slit's at. You're gonna go on the other side of that, and you're gonna take about a quarter of it, kind of spacing it out a little bit. So you're gonna take about a quarter of that and spread some of your sauce on there. So how much you wanna use is up to you. Just know that it'll be very messy if you put a ton on there. And then on top of your mac sauce, we're gonna take some shredded lettuce, and we're gonna place just a little on top. Now we're gonna split up another quarter. So I'd say about half between the 2 top parts here. So basically you're splitting it into 4, okay? So I like to take my nail and just leave a little mark line there just for myself. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some green onions. If you wanted to, you could use some white onions or some yellow onions. I just already had some green onions cut up, so that was my onion of choice. If you didn't wanna do onions, you could forgo the onion step and replace it with something else. Maybe a tomato or something. And then on this last side here, we're gonna put some dill pickles. And I'm gonna do about 4. Now here comes what I would see the tricky part, because this is the first time I've made this. But what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be able to take each corner and fold it on top of each other. So then I got that folded over on top of the green onions. Now I'm gonna fold it again onto the dill pickles. So now it's onto the dill pickles, and then I'm supposed to be able to fold that right over the burger. So I should have used some bigger shells, which is hilarious because I had bigger shells. You guys know that in one of my other videos. But I was like, you know what? I need smaller shells. So I got the smaller shells. And so now, see the burger sticking out a little bit. But if it does, that's okay. Don't even sweat it. So I'm gonna set it down with the burger and cheese side face up. And then all I'm gonna do, just because I don't wanna mess in my frying pan, is I'm gonna fold this down a little bit. I'm gonna take that cheese and I'm gonna kind of tuck it down in there a little bit so it doesn't make a mess quite as bad over my pan. All right, so let's make that second one. I'm gonna set this off to the side so it'll be ready. And now we're gonna make our next one. So I'm gonna just kind of line that cheese up there, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the cheese this time and I'm gonna fold it in. I'm gonna kind of fold it to where it matches this line right here. Got another one of my hamburger patties. Then next we got the mac sauce, shredded lettuce, green onion, 2 more pickles. So we got 4 pickles in there. And yeah, see, I still have a lot of this left. So I'm just gonna put a lid on it and find something to dip it in later. Now it's time to do that fold thing again. So we're gonna fold the lettuce and the mac sauce over top of the green onions. And then we're gonna take, the burger moved a little bit. So then we're gonna take that part and fold it over the pickles. And if you have anything fall out, just kind of stuff it back in there. And then we're gonna take that and fold it over top of the burger. And then you're gonna wanna lift it up and set it to where the burger is facing up. Now it's time to cook them. I have a pan heating up with olive oil in it. I'm just gonna sit here, stick it in the pan, and let it cook up. Okay, got nice and perfect crisp right here. So I flipped it over and I'm gonna get about the same crisp on the other side, and then it'll be ready. All right, they are all done and they are ready to taste test, and I'm excited. And look at the melted cheese in there. Again, bigger shell, but here goes nothing. Definitely gives me that Big Mac taste. The only difference is the hamburger patty. My hamburger is grass-fed in a patty, but it tastes so good. 10 out of 10, hits that Big Mac spot. You guys gotta try these. I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Bye.